Hi everyone, this is Dr. Aitsi-Selmi for another episode of Voice Wednesdays. Today I want to talk about toxic narratives. I was at a conference recently where someone asked a very experienced CEO and board level financial advisor why leaders didn't care more about people than about profits, essentially, to summarize the question. And the person, the expert essentially replied that, well, the financial incentives or the system incentives are against leaders being able to do that. So the leaders were essentially painted as victims of the system. And then a couple of weeks later, I was asked by someone much younger who was just starting out in her career, who's trying to improve the conditions of work for her and her professional group of highly skilled, highly educated people, she asked me whether I thought, or what I thought of the reputations of millennials as being lazy. And essentially I said, well, no, I don't think they're lazy. I think millennials are raising some very interesting questions about the meaning of work and productivity. And instead of leaders taking that as an affront or as laziness, it should be taken as an inquiry, as something that can potentially help us improve work cultures. But it struck me that the narrative was really not helpful. So leaders are painted as poor victims of a system that's just got the incentives wrong, whilst the millennials who are asking questions and pushing back against unhealthy work cultures are painted as lazy. So I just wanted to raise that today and point out that we don't have to believe in the narratives of the system. We don't have to believe in the narratives that are handed down to us. And if you feel that something isn't quite right, something is off, it just doesn't feel right, then listen to your intuition. Really trust your intuition above and beyond what other people's opinions might be or what the prevailing culture is. Listen to your gut instinct. And for what it's worth, here are 4 things I think leaders really need to do to help everyone, including themselves, to have a better experience at work and to do better with our resources, our planetary resources, to create a society and a work culture that is better. So, number 1, I think leaders need to stand up against prevailing culture. They need to have the courage to do that, especially when it's exploitative. They need to just speak up and say what they know to be true. Number 2, they need to take action. They need to act on that, not just speak it, but actually do something about it. And that will look different for different situations, different organizations. Number 3, they need to also take responsibility for the consequences of their actions and stand up and protect the people who work for them or who are affected by those decisions. And finally, number 4, if they can't be of service, if they can't do their job as a leader, then they should just bow out. They need to bow out and make room, name a successor, or allow someone else to have a chance to lead and try and do the job. And I work with people who are very responsible. They care a lot about their team. They care a lot about delivering great work. But sometimes the politics, the environment really gets in the way. But we can do our work, we can be self-aware, we can understand our own motivations and our own strengths and work at our individual level to do things the way we think they should be done at our level. And I believe that even if it's just one person at a time, that can make a difference. We can make a difference one person at a time, rather than just following the herd because we feel we have no choice, because that just isn't true. So I hope that's helpful. I hope you are able to break out of any toxic narratives that are stopping you from moving forward or living fully. And if I can help in any way, do reach out. You can email me or leave me a comment, and I will try and get back to you as soon as I can. Wishing you a wonderful week, keep strong, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.